It's the year 2000, and you just got your hands on a brand new Pokémon game. A game that lets you, believe it or not, speak to Pikachu. You put that cartridge in, boot up your trusty Nintendo 64, and behold, it's garbage.
Let's go!
Hey You Pikachu came out for the Nintendo 64 in 1998 in Japan and 2000 for the rest of the world. The game utilized two external peripherals, the Nintendo 64 VRU voice recognition unit and a microphone with a Pikachu yellow foam cover. The VRU plugged into the Player 4 slot on the Nintendo 64 and made it possible to input voice commands into the game using the microphone that plugs into the VRU. If you didn't own a copy of Hey You Pikachu, you probably didn't even know this device existed, as it was only used for one other game in its lifespan, Densha Daigo 64, a Japanese train simulator. I remember being so excited to play Hey You Pikachu as a kid. When my sister and I opened it up that Christmas morning, we were ecstatic. The commercials had promised us an immersive adventure into the Pokémon world. Speaking of which...
You gotta see this. I need witnesses. Pikachu, over here! It listens. If only my family would.
What?
Dude, what's this? It's Hey You, Pikachu. Dude, can I play? First, it's a one-person game. And second, you have to get Pikachu to trust you.
Dude, so can I play?
What did I say? No WWF.
It's Hey You, Pikachu. Talk to Pikachu. And he actually listens. Watch. Pikachu, carrot. Dude, he didn't do it. It's just like the cartoon. Sometimes Pikachu only does what he wants.
Okay, they weren't as good as I remember, but luckily, the Japanese version is an absolute masterpiece.
Pikachu.
What? I love it! That's the face of a man who's seen some things. It reminds me of all the pain I suffered through playing this game.
Pikachu!
I especially remember the frustration of the picnic level, where you're tasked with collecting soup ingredients for Bulbasaur. Every time we found the right ingredient, Pikachu would either refuse to send it, electrocute it, or eat it. It was infuriating, and I'm pretty sure it gave me the highest blood pressure of any child on the block. Because of the setbacks, I eventually gave up on the game entirely. That is, until today. Almost 20 years later, I feel like I've finally built up enough patience, nay, courage, to give this game a second chance. Because all those years ago, I made an oath to become a Pokémon master, and I'll be damned if I'm going to allow an electric rat to get the best of me. The game starts out in the player's bedroom, where you're woken up by your mother and reminded that you're supposed to meet Professor Oak for a test. You head to Viridian Forest and discover the test is speaking to a wild Pikachu. Sounds easy, but like most things in the game, it was a struggle. After a few successful commands, Pikachu runs back into the forest because, you know, stranger danger. You head back home and try again the next day. This time, you start by waking Pikachu up. Yeah, I feel that. And you get to play with a beach ball. That's pretty much it. You head home again and in the morning, you hear it.
Pikachu.
Nope. That's right. Pikachu knows where you live, and he's not leaving until he gets his due. It turns out Pikachu wants to go on a picnic. Wait. Oh dear God. Yep, this is the level that began my path to rage quitting all those years ago. And nothing has changed. Bulbasaur gives you the list of ingredients, you go track him down, Pikachu tells you to go fuck yourself. If that wasn't enough, there's an infuriatingly short time limit to get everything done, and if you don't, well, hope you like sitting through unskippable cutscenes, because you have to watch your dish fail, head home and sleep, and start over the next day, cutscenes and all. You see that? That's you. That's your face playing this game. The next day, you wake up, hoping it was all a dream. Go away! But no, Pikachu isn't done with you yet. Today, Pikachu wants to go on a field trip. Where to? A field. Get it? Get it! This one's not too bad, but it's kind of pointless. You just walk around and watch Pikachu frolic, murder some Oddish, the usual. Sometimes a Charmander shows up to say what's up, but that's about it. Time to go home. What is my life? The next day, sure enough, he's back. Today, you're in charge of babysitting a group of Caterpie. I'll admit, this one's pretty cute. I've always liked Caterpie. They dance, sleep, the works. The main objective is to make sure they don't starve to death, indicated by them turning blue and eventually red. If you succeed, Butterfree returns, takes a poop, and that's it. That's your reward. On to the next one. The following morning, you're greeted by Pikachu with a fishing lure stuck in his head. It's kinda tragic. Remember kids, be part of the solution, not the pollution. But it's like Grandpa Retrograde always used to say, if you have a fishing hook lodged in your head, might as well go fishing. Honestly, this is probably my favorite part of Hey You Pikachu. It's neat to see the different types and sizes of Pokemon you can catch, and the commands are pretty straightforward, so Pikachu actually listens most of the time. Keyword, most.
Reel it in! Reel it in! Pull! Pull harder! Reel it in! You can do it!
Almost had it. You're gonna be quicker than that.
But you know, despite all the struggles we've had so far, Pikachu is actually starting to grow on me. I feel like we've made real progress, and that the language barrier is slowly breaking down. I feel like I can actually call him a friend. You little shit! After tracking him down and getting your toolbox back, Pikachu decides he's done with the forest life. Your house is his house now. You can sleep on the floor. After Pikachu moves in, you'll start to get short living with Pikachu transitions that are pretty cute. Oh god, I hope that's dirt. During the inside segments, you can watch Pikachu interact with different items you picked up during your travels, which is pretty entertaining. It really is kind of like having a dog. I wonder which one would actually listen better. Best 2 out of 3, go!
Catch! Catch! Catch. Thunderbolt! Use Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt! Play it! Play it. Play it. Get in the trash.
You can also play a Who's That Pokemon game on your in-game Nintendo 64.
Venonat. Cubone. Ekans. Flareon. It's Pikachu! Fuck!
From this point on, you have the option to choose which adventure you embark on, as well as unlocking some new levels, such as Olivine, where you round up lost Poliwags and return them to their mother.
Get the Poliwag.
Bruh.
And Cobalt Coast, where you're tasked with helping Pikachu destroy a piñata. It was not fun.
Behind you. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong. 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 To the right. To your right. To your right. Right. There. Over.
However, if you manage to hit the piñata at least 2 out of 3 rounds, you get to ride a Lapras to the previously clouded island and partake in a treasure hunt.
Over here. Pikachu. Wake up. Over here. Wake up. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. What are you looking at? Get up.
I did manage to score a sweet pirate sword though, which Pikachu promptly destroyed, and then ate. After playing through the different adventures, you eventually unlock Pikachu's Daring Days, which are pretty much just harder versions of the levels you already played, with little differences sprinkled in. For example, Olivine now has a Haunter chasing you while you collect the Poliwags.
Oh shit! Oh no! Run!
And Springleaf Fields now has Diglets and Glooms wandering around. There are also a couple secret areas where you can find Abra's shop and buy new toys for Pikachu, as well as the Lucky Hook to help during the fishing escapades. Throughout your journey, you'll eventually wake up to a message from Professor Oak. He asks you to send Pikachu on a shopping trip for a telescope, and he wants you to follow him. In a box. Metal Gear Solid style. You follow Pikachu for a ridiculously long time, as he gets distracted, over and over.
Snake! Snake!
greets all of his friends and does eventually return with the telescope as you spend the night looking at the stars. Things couldn't get any better than this. The next day, Professor Oak calls in again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've gotten pretty close. What? That's right. After all of this, now you have to release Pikachu back to the wild. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna miss the little guy. We've been through so much.
Watch out! Are you kidding me? Send to Magnemite. Oh, god damn it. Pick it up. God dang it. Okay, Magnemite. Son of a bitch! God damn it!
And that's it. Credits roll. No more Pikachu. Alright, just kidding. He comes back at the end of the credits, and just like that, we finished Hey You Pikachu. It was an experience, although a short one. But was it worth it? Now that we've had a refresher course on the game, I'd like to discuss what I think the game got right, and what the game got horribly wrong. First, the good. The game is very cute. Young kids would probably get a kick out of playing the game despite its poorly aged graphics. It's also nice to see all of the work that went into the different interactions with Pikachu. It actually seems like he has a personality, and there's a lot of different items and toys that he reacts to. I'm also still impressed by the voice recognition technology, regardless of how shoddy it was. For the time, it was pretty impressive, and I wish they had continued to work on it for future games. It was also fun to see what words Pikachu would react to. I remember there was always a big rumor that Pikachu would use Thunderbolt if you said PlayStation or Sony.
Sony. PlayStation.
But after repeated tries, I found that not to be the case. Now, on to the bad. Let's be real. This isn't a good game by normal standards. Though I just finished singing the praises of the voice recognition, it was way too flawed to be used in a final version of a game.
Buy the trumpet. 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 Get the trumpet. Get the trumpet. Trumpet. Get the trumpet. Get the trumpet. Get the trumpet. Get the trumpet. Buy the trumpet. Are you kidding me?
Again, as a kid, I didn't have the attention span nor the patience to make my way through this game. When the voice commands would work, it was great. But at its core, it was just a gimmick to set it apart from the competition. The story is also pretty bare bones, which is disappointing. The game seemed like it was going to be an adventure, but in the end, it's just a glorified minigame collection. Another huge complaint I have is the camera angles. Oh my god. For the first 3/4 of the game, you have to rely on a fixed camera which follows Pikachu. This means that unless you're following Pikachu, you have to walk backwards just to move through the map. It's a huge pain. Luckily, you do unlock different viewing options once you reach the Pikachu's Daring Days portion, but that's at the end of the game. You shouldn't have to unlock convenient viewing angles. So, in the end, is Hey You Pikachu worth a replay or worth buying? To be honest, neither. Hey You Pikachu was a cool concept, and was a bit of an experience to relive, but I wouldn't wish it on someone else. The only thing that kept me going was knowing I needed to finish the game to provide an honest review. However, I will say that it felt pretty good to finally complete the game that I couldn't beat as a kid. It was a little piece of closure that I've been seeking for almost 20 years. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It helps the channel and myself out a lot. Also, let me know if you have suggestions for a future video. And until then, game on.